Alright, today, back working on this Porsche. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a few weeks since I put that water pump in here. Well, that coolant thermostat housing. And I couldn't start it up because battery was dead. So, I just put it off until I had some other stuff to do, so. Ain't been back since, but I'm back now. So I don't even know if it's working or not, but I do know that it still has a leak on the radiator hose because one of the O-rings was bad. So I do know that's there already, but I'm trying to see if there's a leak anywhere else. This thing is taking a lot of water. Did I fill it up last time? I don't think I did. I might have. Yes, I'm putting only water in here right now. I'm just trying to see if it works. If it works, then of course I'm gonna fill it up with the right coolant and all that. But ain't no need to waste coolant if I know it got a leak in there that I have to take off and do all that. So I'm not wasting, I'm not putting wrong coolant, I'm not none of that. I'm just trying to see if it works. Once it does, we'll go from there. Okay, so like I said, still got a leak right there, as you can see. I knew that already. Where is that point from? Oh, the top hose. Top hose, okay. Which one of these hoses is new? I just put one of these hoses on there though. One of these should be new. Can't remember which one I changed. Was it that one? Or was it this one? Probably was this one, because this one ain't leaking. Or did I not put it on yet? Let me check. You know, I probably didn't even put it on there. Where did I put that hose at? Not in there. I didn't even put it on. Okay. Let me put that on right quick. Cause swear I put that on. So I know that the bottom one down here is leaking still. And I know that this one is leaking. So I gotta see which one of this is for though. Oh, this one is for this side. No, it's for this side. Okay. So they both leaking. But we only got one for this side. I gotta tell them to get the other one. So, see, that's why I put the water in there right there. Just for stuff like that. Alright. Now, take these hoses off now. I don't know. I think these are 27s. But all I have is a 25. So, it might be 25s. But you should be able to get it out. Not too hard. Why is it green coolant? He put the pour coolant in here, bro. See, why did he do that? See, I don't like people work after me. Like, bro, why would you pour green coolant in here? He did pour this in here. Lord Jesus, man. Cause he didn't have to clean the whole system out again. I gotta clear it. I tell you. This is literally why water only. Water only. Until it's time to put the correct coolant in. When it's time for me to put the correct coolant in there, that's when I will do it. But this is just unnecessary, man. It's all good though. I'll figure it out. I always figure it out. Take this hose off. Sure gonna need something to pull it out with. I usually do. pull out the bottom. All you gotta do is just, you know, pull the clips out. I might just do it from the bottom. Pull the clips. Take this one off because like I said, I can't see it. I don't want it to fall. Bit. Right. Alright, let me get a flathead so I can get in between here. Pry that off. I told him to order another one because this plastic head broke off. And I already knew that was gonna need another one. So I told him to go ahead and order another one, but I also told him to order both sides, but you know. Just pry this off. Put something in between it. It's really about the only way to get it off, I'm not even gonna lie to you. So it kinda sucks that you've been in it, but there's no other way. There we go. Make sure you save those metal clips just in case. Alright. Put this one in. See, it really be needing new O-rings and stuff like that. Look how that looks. Ugh. So annoying. Yeah, that's so annoying. Alright. Put this in there. See, this is how it's supposed to look. Nice and not chipped off. Alright. Put the bottom in first because the bottom is the one that gotta be fitted into it. So put the bottom one in first. There we go, went right in there. Both of them did, both went right in there. Put the screws back in there and do not tighten this too tight or you could break it. Put it in there first. Try to straighten it up. Honestly, these always go in kind of weird. Alright, once that's screwed in there, put this in. Hopefully it don't mess up because it's not in the best shape. I was hoping that it came with a new O-ring, but it doesn't. So just be careful. If you can, maybe lubricate it first with some coolant, some water, whatever you got. See that be getting stuck. It's so loose that it doesn't go in there all the way, so you gotta be careful when you're doing it. Should be in there all the way. I can't see the bottom, but I put the bottom in first, so it should be good. And is it? Okay, it's good. I think it's good. I don't feel it out nowhere. There we go. Should be good. Alright. Alright, that side good now. Now I need to fix this bottom hose. So I think I'm gonna take that out Because on the bottom that's leaking. So I'm gonna take the bottom one out. And I'm gonna put, since this one wasn't leaking, I'm gonna take this O-ring off. And I'm gonna put it on the bottom one. Hopefully that works. Because it's really just from that bottom hose that's leaking. So from that one, it was the top. So that's why we had to change the whole thing. But this one just needs a new O-ring really. So let's see if I can fix it like that. This one off, I'm using a long screwdriver to pry it off. Alright, so this is the one that came off. Let me put this one on there. I mean, not much of a difference. This one I guess is a little better. Just put it on there. Then slide it back in place. Alright. I got the hoses on there. Let's fill it back up. Even though this is about empty. But I'm definitely gonna flush all that green coolant he put in here. Make sure I get it out. It might be for Porsche. I don't know. I didn't even read it. So if it's for Porsche, then okay, cool. But if it's not for Porsche, which I know it's probably not. This is the one for Porsche. Yep. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get that out of there. Go fill this back up. All right. Hopefully everything is leak free. Seems that way. Seems that way. Okay. Let's start it up. Let's start it up. Okay. Might be the best I done seen it since I started working on it. Oh, man, long tire pressure. You need a jump, you need a jump. I use you since you got 25% battery. Red first. Black. Hopefully it's on already. There it is. Oh yeah. We good. Gotta make sure you ain't got no leaks where I installed that water pump at the thermostat housing. Make sure ain't no leaks there. And you might be good. So we are good. All y'all people talking about that he don't know what he's doing. It's a head gasket. Can't wait to pull them on. No cap. Can't wait to pull them on. Alright, so I noticed that a hose was off. And that'll be this hose right here. So it's leaking. But honestly, it got all that green stuff out, so I might just let it leak all the way out. Get all that out of there. So basically, we still ain't figured out if it's good or not yet. But once I get down in there, should be good. I see it leaking out now from where I'm. That hose that's off right there. After it all leak out, I'm gonna turn the car off and I'm gonna well, that's how you know your water pump working too. The water pump, look how look, that's pumping. That water pump doing its job for sure. But getting all that green coolant, all that little white soap that was in there from before, that's still coming out. But honestly, how good it's pouring out, this should not overheat anymore. Like, it's pouring out very good. Alright, let me go ahead and turn it off, and then I'm gonna that's how I'm gonna get it out. So when I actually bleed it and get the right coolant in there, that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna turn the car on, pour the water in there. I'm just gonna let it pump all of itself out of there. And then once that happens, we should be good. So it really ain't no point in me to record this part because you can't really see, but when the thing goes off, it just goes off. I'm not gonna cut it back in. Honestly, I can't even see what I'm doing, you know. Right. Hot cool on my hand. Alright, got that on there. Start it back up. Put the coolant in there. Put the water in there, not coolant. Let's get it back to operating temperature. Alright, now we should have no leaks for sure. I swear a leak just keep popping up out of nowhere every time on this car. I'm gonna bore y'all with this part. What can a Porsche do? This car name. Nothing. Where the camera's at? Show RBC image. Even my camera looked better than that. That camera looked terrible. For it to be a Porsche, what the world? Why is it opposite? Why when I turn it left it go down, and when I turn it right it go up? Shouldn't it be the opposite way? Now I'm about to bleed it a little bit. I don't think there's a bleeder screw anywhere on here. Could be wrong. So I'm just gonna do it my way. That hose is really hot, so it's definitely circulating. Ooh, that hose is really hot. But that's a good sign though, because before they was not getting hot like that, so. Whew. Wow, that is no joke. Gotta get a rag. Ooh, let me go get a rag. This is hot. It might be overheating, that's how hot it is. It ain't yet. Just bleeding the air out. Don't let it pop out or, man, you might have a bad day. Also, don't let your rag get caught in that belt drive. Or you might break something. I'm just bleeding it for now, just bleeding. I'll update you in a minute. Alright, so it's starting to, I think, overheat. Temperature is rising again, but we're not getting no heat. We're not getting no heat through here. So something's not circulating. Something's not circulating. The hoses are hot though. So I'm thinking it might be something with the heater core. Because the heater core hoses are hot. Well, one of them is, one of them not. That one is. That one's not. Gotta make sure it ain't overheating. Almost. Turn it off for now. Turn it off for now. But something not flowing. It's doing way better than it was doing. Trust me. Doing way better than it was doing. So I just gotta figure out what the problem is. What's not flowing. If I can figure out what's not flowing, I can possibly fix it. gotta figure that part out. I just took this hose off and there's no coolant flowing through here. Why is that? Why is there no coolant in there? Are we leaking coolant? Very strange. I might need to drain this oil out for real. I'm gonna pour this in here and pour that in there. And let's see, do we lose the coolant again? Maybe it do have a blown head gasket. Because where did the coolant go? It's not leaking. I promise it's not leaking. I don't know where the coolant head went. But it was not, clearly none in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back it up. I'm going to put it on the concrete so I can see if it's leaking somewhere under. But if it's not, then I'm going to have to put it and jack it up, drain oil. So let's see about that. So I don't know why it was leaking like that, but man. Let's see. All right, we prepare to back it up. I see it leaking. I see it leaking. What the? Did I not put it in park? I did. Why was it still moving? It's not leaking no more, but it's leaking from the reservoir. It's going up now. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack it up, drain this oil out, and I'm gonna see what it's talking about. Alright. So my granddaddy swears it's the wrong way to jack up a Porsche. I don't know. What's the difference from any other car, you know? So hopefully I don't mess nothing up. Let's see. Oh, too low. Man. See the key in here. And it ain't. I don't feel like going to get it. I need even ground. I should be able to jack it up right there. Don't do as I do. I'm just gonna tell y'all that now. Don't do as I do. Sometimes. Sometimes. But I should be able to jack it up from this point. That's pure metal right there. Or aluminum. Either one. One of them. Looks good to me. Let that just bulk in half right now. Got that on there just in case. It folds back. Not really a safe spot to jack it up at on this terrible ground. Alright, I'm gonna let it down some. I'm gonna put it on the jack stand. I'm gonna leave the jack on. Alright. 3 points. Over there. Right there. Let me just hurry up and drain this oil. I got a drain bucket, so this Home Depot will do just good. Unless I can find something else. Mop bucket. Nah. Aha. Let's see what that is. Water in it. Was water in it. That'll do. Alright. Quick oil change. See what it's looking like. Now I don't know what size this is, so I'm about to see now. Bigger than that. This is an 8. It's an 8. Whoa, impatient, ain't we? Start stripping out. Oh, there's water in there. Oh, wow. We're about to see. Does this have... I might should have got that Home Depot bucket, huh? Oh, it's pure oil. It's clean too. That is pure oil. It is not a head gasket problem. I should have put this in the clean bucket because I would have put that oil right back in there. How clean that is. Man, look at that. That is clean. Man. That's good. I need to figure out why this reservoir is doing that then. Alright, so that's the oil. Everything was good with that. So, really have to figure out what's going on. Let's see if that one's empty, that one full. What did this take? They don't even say. Alright, this is the oil that he bought, so this oil that I'm gonna put it in there. Apparently this take about 8 quarts. We ran out of time to really work on it today, but so I guess clearly it's not a head gasket. That was proven. It's not leaking no more. So my last thing to figure out is why the reservoir is doing that. Something ain't flowing properly, but we know the water pump is working. You know, it could just be the water, but I mean, I really doubt it, but you know, it really could just be that. How many quarts is this? 5 quarts. So I will put 3 out of this one. I don't know why it's not pouring out. I'm hearing things. Get down to like the 2.5. That's good. Say the rest. And yeah. Put some more water in here and just let it run, see what it do again, but other than that I gotta go. Hopefully it don't be tripping. It couldn't be the water. It's whatever that stuff was. We need another flush. That's what we need. That white stuff's still inside the system. Even though I got most of it out, but it's still in there. So I got to looking at this radiator cap, and I'm like, ew, like it's missing something. Ain't supposed to be an O-ring on there. So this whole time, it's been missing the O-ring, and that's the O-ring for when I took off that hose. So don't pay that no attention. But it actually might can fit on there. But I'm finna go to AutoZone, because AutoZone said they got a radiator cap. So I'm finna go there, get a radiator cap for this. I mean, I could try that, but I might as well just get the right one. See how that. So this whole time, that might have just been the problem. Wow. I guess we're gonna see. Alright, so you got the new radiator cap. You see, well, remember I just put this one on here. But see, this one has an O-ring on it. This one has an O-ring on it. So this whole time, it could have just been that O-ring. Let's see if it can hold pressure. And it locks. Perfect. Alright, y'all stand here and watch it, and I'm gonna go put some gas in it because it's low on gas. So put some gas in it and let me know what it do. fan overheating? It's not leaking, so that's a no. Leaking, I'm gonna try to bleed it manually a little bit. leak at all, and we not overheating. So I'm gonna see. Let me see what the time is. Oh, okay, 10:57. We're gonna see if it stays. That's good. 10:57. We're gonna check back in a few minutes. See how much gas I got now too. I put gas in there. We're going to see in a few minutes if it's gonna continue to run. The only thing is this air is still not working though. So I don't know what that means. This heat still ain't working. I just may need to bleed it, but we're gonna check back in a little bit. Just happened, but just shot up to that. Turn this off, see what happened. Not leaking. Not leaking. It's not over hot. Even that's not even really hot compared to how it was yesterday. Reservoir not bubbling. The heater hoses are hot, as they should be. I don't know, it might just be a coolant sensor error, because before, I'm not gonna lie, the coolant sensor, it was doing that. It'll be bouncing back and forth. Alright, so I'm gonna check what the temperature say for this. See the temperature reading the same thing as the car. Because it was just perfect, and then as you saw, it just shot up. So Sony ain't right about that anyway. And the car doesn't feel like it's just to 101. That's the real temperature of the car. So I think we may got a bad coolant sensor. As you can see, it says it's 250. Alright, so I looked it up and it says that 101 Celsius equals 213 Fahrenheit, which is basically somewhere where it's supposed to be at. So I'm thinking that this coolant sensor is bad. Because they used to do that before. It used to just shoot up for no reason. So you really couldn't even tell. But as you just saw right there, and look, now it's back. Now it's back in the middle. So we know that something's not right with the coolant sensor. And now it's blinking red again. Honestly, nothing will ever shoot up that quickly. Like if it's rising, it'll rise slowly, not that fast. But as you can see, engine coolant temperature sensor on the actual computer is reading 103. So something not right. Also look, it just shot back down. It just shot back down again. Also before, when it was actually overheating, the fans would kick on and start running at very high power. So I'm thinking that it's really nothing. It's a sensor, it's a coolant sensor. But I also noticed that this wire right here, I don't know what it goes to, so gotta figure out where that goes. But I think I'm pretty much fixed the actual overheating problem. Now I'm trying to fix that problem. Alright, it's now 11:16 and we are still not overheating. I can't believe that. I can't believe that it was just an O-ring that was stopping me now. I knew it wasn't the head gasket. I knew it was. It didn't make no sense. But this car is feeling good. The heat working. The heat is working. It's not overheating. All the hoses are cool. The engine itself doesn't feel overly hot. I think we still got a coolant sensor problem, but look, that ain't going nowhere. That ain't going nowhere. See, if it shoot back up, that's just a coolant sensor problem, but to me, I think we good. It's just with water. So we are good. Alright. Let's see what we got. We're gonna be looking at the scanner temperature, not the actual car temperature. That ain't gonna give me a good reading. So wheel things are coming up. That's what that noise is. Hold on. The brake on, or is it? I don't even know. Where's the brake thing at? Oh, it must just be low on brake fluid, or the connected, not connected, one of them. transmission. Cause why is it already in second gear? Still ain't reached no crazy temperature yet. Temperature's still good. Got a little bit crazy and then I'm almost back. Okay. I need to try this stuff. Really straight though. Alright, so we back from the drive and I was driving pretty crazy and no movement. No movement, but it is something wrong with this transmission. It is something wrong with the transmission. As far as leaks or the reservoir, anything like that, nothing. Everything was good. So yeah. No, I think I fixed it. So this is my next problem to fix. And the AC, by the way, the AC sucks. But see, when I put it in gear, it automatically goes to second gear. And if I go to manual, it starts in one. But when I put it in automatic, it goes to second. So I'm already in second gear. I gotta fix that. But man, I definitely won today. It's 11:44 and I haven't cut it off yet, so it ain't running since I cut it on. It says gotta work with this AC. The AC sucks. That's pretty much it.